Well, Coach, what were the positives from tonight? Obviously, a really good effort. It's hard to lose a game like that, but definitely going to be some positives from that.
I think there was a lot of positives, and it's a one-goal game all the way down to the end, and we could have got a bounce here, we could have got a bounce there. I thought they got their bounce, for that extra goal. But, we're proud of our team. And one of the craziest things as far as stats is we had 65 complete playoff games total, and 62 of those came from the defensemen. So essentially every single one of our forwards was playing their very first playoff game in the OHL, and I thought a lot of guys handled it extremely well, and they found a way to separate themselves from the pack. And, we went with our leaders tonight, and I thought they did a heck of a job. And it's very disappointing not to get the result, but the one thing I know is that when we did execute, we had chances. And if it wasn't for a really good goalie on the other side, and Hildebrandt, World Juniors USA goalie, I mean, he's there for a reason, and I thought he stole the show.
Talk about coming in this series, you knew that you were going to be the underdogs coming in, but do you think you maybe proved to them on the other side that you guys are definitely going to have some bite and you're not going to go down without a fight? You showed it in the first period there, a strong first. The second might have got away from you a little bit, and then the third, it's a one-goal game before they get that late one there. So what's the message to the team in there as they look at a game like that?
Yeah, 100%. If anybody thought that we were just going to come in and roll over and play dead, I mean, they're absolutely mistaken. And the one thing about this team is we've been resilient all year, no matter what the situation is. And I don't care about the regular season record when you get into playoffs. I mean, you start 0-0, and I thought we came out flying and did everything we had to do to get it to the end, where it was a one-goal game. And, you look at the last game in the series, I mean, that thing was done by the end of the second. So for us, for finding a way to get everybody on the same page and buy in and compete, I thought was very admirable. And so now we go back, we make our adjustments, and we see what we can do better and reinforce the things that we continue to do well.
What did you see on that 5-minute major? Because that was obviously a big moment in the game for you, a chance to tie it there. One-goal game, and you have a 5-minute power play and aren't able to get one done. What did you see there that you guys kind of need to improve on for next time?
Honestly, we did a lot of great things. I mean, we won a lot of face-offs on that 5-minute major. We had chances. The one thing we didn't do was put the puck past the goalie, and ideally that's the major thing that we're trying to accomplish. So, I mean, we're happy with a lot of the opportunities. If we didn't get chances, that would be one thing, but I thought we got a lot of chances. So we got to look at a few different adjustments that we can make, and that's the chess match in the playoffs that every coach loves. What are they thinking? What can we do better? And like I said, we got 3 days to prepare, so we're going to make sure that we're ready on Monday, and you're never in trouble until you lose a game on home ice.
You really relied on your top 9 tonight and your defense to really log a lot of minutes there, your top 4D. How did you think that they did in a job like that, going up against a team that has such a high motor, and they come at you with so much talent that you guys are able to welcome the higher minutes and still produce and do a good job out there?
Our top guys are really, been the different makers all year. When you look at the top 9 forwards, I mean, Waslin's setting a franchise record, and Levin has been there, and Loshko, and Rubrick, and Zada, and you know what I mean? The list goes on, and they deserve to be there, and they deserve to have that opportunity, and I thought they earned it over the course of a 68-game season, and, it would be different if they weren't going, but I thought the first line was really buzzing. I thought Rubrick and Zada had a ton of chances. I mean, Loshko, that line, I mean, we all did our part, and I thought, especially on the defensemen, if they weren't going, we wouldn't have played them, and that was a show of faith there in the coach that you keep giving us, this type of effort, and we're going to keep riding you there. And it was the same guys that got us to where we needed to get to in the regular season, that we wanted to. You live with your best players and you die with your best players, and that was the motto going into game 1 for us.
Lastly, you're going to have a rare 3 days off here, so where do you go from here practice-wise? Anything that you might do differently with the 3 days of preparation?
Yeah, well, 3 days off isn't really 3 days off. I mean, it's 3 days of extreme focus and preparation, and there's not 1 second of any day that I'm awake that you stop thinking about this. So, for us, I mean, the time off is when the hockey season is over. Right. So we shouldn't be really trying to think about managing the body, a little bit. This is what can we do to stay together and stay resilient, and how much more push can we give on Monday to achieve the desired result. So what we do as coaches, we break every everything down. We collectively meet as a group, and we all love and trust one another here, and we're going to rely on everybody's input, come up with a game plan, and we're going to practice that, and then obviously try to make it applicable in the game on Monday night here. So, the same thing that we do is make sure that the team's success is going to be everybody. It's not one individual.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.